To me, Americans for Prosperity means free markets, free enterprise, and free people. Everything else flows from that. This was 20 years ago. We were thinking, can we even start a group like this? How do we go find the folks that we agree with or that agree with this mission? We actually engaged in, I think, the first policy campaign for AFP in the spring of 2004. The governor of Kansas proposed a tax increase, but guess what? We beat it with general grassroots efforts. Phone call, lots of phone calls. This is before really Facebook and the internet. I also remember a state senator saying, well, you guys are complaining about these phone calls, but guess what? They're working. I think I've changed my mind. So we were able to defeat it, which is a pretty good way to start a state chapter.
So January 2009, Obama is sworn in as president, one-party progressive control of Congress. It just seemed like every other day a new threat was being proposed in Congress. Stimulus plan, cap and trade, ultimately healthcare card check legislation, and then just overall government spending and regulation. I'd never have seen so much excitement from the grassroots. You could see the excitement in their eyes when they knew that somebody was either coming to town that gave them the opportunity to make a difference, that their voice was being heard.
The ragtag days were awesome. We did a lot of rallies. We started an effort called November is Coming, and it was an effort to hold elected officials accountable for not repealing Obamacare and for passing bad government policies.
So 2010 was a whirlwind. Tons of fun though. We were making a lot of noise. We had just come out of 3 awesome wins with the American public. We had defeated cap and trade, we defeated card check, and then while we lost the battle on healthcare, we won the battle with the American public. 2011, when Act 10 passed, I mean, that really began to put us on the map. It showed that we were a political player, political powerhouse, that 2010 was not just a fluke wave, that no, we were here and we were a staying power.
Early on in the year, we realized we need a big grassroots play in the year 2012. People were fired up. They were excited, they were frustrated. Obamacare had passed and they wanted an outlet to really get involved, and we offered them one. Through the Hands Off My Healthcare rally and then Obama's Failing Agenda tour, we helped channel and funnel the activist energy and excitement that wanted to get engaged. And by the time we were done, we had to cut off our signups because we had exceeded the capacity of our permitted area. And then when it came time to actually start speaking, we had a line of lawmakers going down the stairs of the stage because they wanted to connect with the people that we had brought to Washington, D.C. And so it was just a great moment to show we have the activists and we have the lawmakers, and AFP is the bridge between those two things, and we can provide that principled connection between the two of them.
It was really clear that what we could do together was going to be so much bigger than what we were doing independently. I mean, now you saw the grassroots organization that had the national reputation combined with the organization that had been focusing on reaching out to the fastest growing population in the country. You put those things together and you saw instant results.
After the merger, the progress and the momentum that Concerned Veterans for America had, it really started to manifest in a series of actual policy wins. Look at the VA Accountability Act, the Mission Act that significantly increased healthcare choice for veterans and their families.
In 2017, we saw a real opportunity. We had a policy majority in the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate, and so we really decided to lean into that and to try and get some great things passed, and worked on tax cuts and getting rid of red tape and a lot of the regulation that was done, and of course then the Supreme Court nominees, and we had a hand in that, and Americans for Prosperity should be very, very proud that we were the grassroots effort to try and get the confirmation of those 3 Supreme Court justices.
For 20 years, we were kind of like playing around the edges in the education space. Within the last 2 to 3 years, we've really just like supercharged that in a way that like, you know, it's just kind of gone from like a pretty straight line of progress to just like a hockey stick up of just reforms that we've been able to get passed that are above and beyond anything we could have imagined 5 years ago.
Charles Koch once told us, continual transformation leads to continual success. Every time that we do anything, we are learning, understanding, and taking those inputs, and then going out and doing it better, faster, and stronger the very next time that we go out into the field.
Fast forward, I think that the organization, the brand is as strong as it's ever been. It's as effective, it's as trusted, it's as vibrant as it's ever been.
We are better positioned to meet the speed at which the country is changing. The world is going to change fast, and we're going to be there right with it to make sure that the principles we stand for and the people who support them have a seat at that table.
I think that there are so many individuals that like to kind of, at least in these days, like keyboard warrior their lives of like complaining about what's happening in the world, but they don't know how to actually translate that into effective action. And, you know, I think 20 years from now, like we would be that organization that people think, I see a problem in the world that I want to solve, and this is the organization that I believe I can partner with in order for me to find a solution.
Had AFP not had success over these 20 years, the country and most of the US states would be in a worse place. I know it sounds like a cliche, but you've got to keep the fires burning. The challenges are not going to end in your lifetime or your children's lifetime or your grandchildren's lifetime.
I hope that whatever our team does today and next year and beyond, well after I'm gone, that they always remember that at the end of the day, we're just giving people a voice. The people that want to make a difference, that are tired of yelling at the TV, but actually have hope in the future of their country.